Okay, now you remember how I had the shims placed on his back? I want to show you what that looks like in here. So here is where this one would be placed. And then this one comes over the top. And that was how I had it on my horse's back. And they fit neatly into the shape of that chamber. Okay, so the good thing about this pad is it has a Velcro spot here, and you can get in and you place them over the top of these air cells here. See the air cells?
Okay.
And sometimes it's easier if you push the air out first, like just push some of it out and then close the valve. I'll let you do the other side, because it's just a little flatter and now you've got more room to push them inside. Even more, do a little more than that. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
Right, and now
you had
Put
the
in-
strap is at the back,
Yep.
the curve is at the bottom,
right, so it matches that shape.
and then mirrors there.
Mhm.
And then this one, the curve is at the front,
Yep.
overlapping, and like that. Is that right?
Right, that's it.
Okay.
And so now you would put this one in first because it's the one on the bottom.
Okay.
And when you put it in, like because there's Velcro here, a good thing to do is hold the Velcro with your hand like that, so when you push under it, you don't scratch your knuckles. Okay? So just turn your hand like that. I'll just get out of your way.
So my hand under it, pulling it up, and then on top of the air
The
cell.
air cell.
In the same spot that we had it
Yep.
mirrored at. Okay. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you move it forward
Just a little bit because it wasn't quite down here. You want to push it right to the bottom of the pocket
Okay.
so you can kind of see the outline of it there.
All right. I feel like I can do this one now. On top of the air cell and push it down to meet the line.
And make sure that they're equally placed.
Probably this one a little forward.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, that feels good. Feels equal. Okay.
And now pushing those ones in is a little harder because you've got to get through this narrow gap and get it into here.
And not move the other one in the process.
Right. And you can jiggle them around once you're done.
It's actually quite easy now that you've taken the air out.
See, this is where you want to put your hand here so it doesn't stick to the Velcro. That's
Okay,
it. And
that's
just
better.
push it in. That's it. So if you just get them in, then you can position them once, you know, like fiddle with the position once they're in.
Okay. So does that one, do I need to push that one down to meet there?
Down as
Or
far
does
as it can
stay
go.
up?
Yep, there.
Okay.
Because you want, like, the more width you've got down low, the more it frees up the muscles here.
Okay. Well, that's
On the
nice
horse.
that you've got a place that it tells you where to stop. Okay. All right. Oh, I was pushing it. I was making it the same shape as the bottom one. I forgot it had to stick down. Boy, it is so much easier without the air in there.
Yep. And then you just make sure, like, you've got a pretty big overlap there, and that's a little bigger than what we showed on the horse. So bring this one forward. Bring the sideways one forward a little bit. Because otherwise, it's like if you imagine where your saddle is sitting, then it's going to come too far back to here. It's still got to be more towards the front end of the
Okay. Yeah, I
horse.
think what happened is when I was jiggling them, I was
Yeah,
pushing
it'll
those
move.
other ones around.
So that's why once you get them in, now you finalize your
Okay.
shape and you just stick the Velcro down. Make sure that that comes here. Like that.
Okay.
And then open the valves and let the air in. So the air comes in naturally and automatically. And it'll just take a minute to fill all that up. And you're ready to go.
Great.
Okay, just feel that that air pocket. Feel it like that? Okay. Now if you put both your hands over it, you can feel how now it gets more solid. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you push one more than the other, it moves. Okay, and that's how it interfaces with the horse's back, except there is way too much air in there. When you put it on the horse, you'll have a lot less air. So put your hands on there. We're going to squeeze out some air, because that's what will happen when we saddle. Okay, and now place your hands over the same way. And can you feel how it's softer? And it's not a balloon, and now you don't get so much movement between your hands.
Yeah, it's like before it felt like a balloon, now it feels like a cushion.
Yes.
Great.
So it doesn't need much air to operate at all.
Okay.
Okay, now pull the air cell out,
The air cell?
the blue air cell that's inside. Pull it out. And just pull the whole thing out. Right. Now that's what sits inside here, okay? And I'm going to open the valve, and you're going to start rolling it up from the back, just slowly, and you're going to squeeze all the air out of it.
Is that slow enough?
Yep. And then when you get there, I'm going to close the valve. Oop. Okay, now have a look at it. All right, there's no air in there at all.
There's no cushion.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm going to let a little bit of air in. Hold the cushion. Hold the air cell. I'm going to let a little bit of air in. See how it fills up itself?
Mm.
And now let it go through the whole pad. That's about all the air that needs to be in there.
Wow. That's amazing.
And then it works perfectly. And now we'll let the rest of the air in.
Yeah, it's got that balloon.
Yep, but close the valve. And now do the same thing with your hands, like you were palpating it inside.
Yeah.
That's way too much. And so I'll show you when you saddle how you end up with just the right amount of air.
Yeah, that feels awkward. The other thing felt like a contact.
And you'll actually, if you've got too much air in there, you'll bounce on your horse. Okay. It'll feel comfortable to the horse, but it's too bouncy and unstable for you. But once you do it right, then it works perfectly. And also you can see then how when you've got your shims in here, when you push down on your shims, that air will now mold around it and take out all of those little ledges.
Right.
It's brilliant, huh?
It's very clever.
I'm going to put my hands like under here. Okay? So you can see. And I don't know if it's going to work. Lay your arm across it. There. Now, what's happened is that it's pushed air out over where my hands are, but it's kept air in between. And that's how it balances out any inequalities in the horse's back compared to the saddle.
What did that feel like to you? Wow, it just feels like a cushion.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Okay.
And the thing is that, like, inside of here is kind of an open cell sponge, and it baffles the air so it can't move too quickly through there, but it allows it to just move into the spaces where there are gaps. So there's no other air cell on the market that can do that. It's a patented technology by Thermarest, and they became famous because of how they helped people with going on camping trips with these mattresses, and also for people in wheelchairs or who are bedridden. They put this technology underneath them. So imagine how good it feels for the horse.
I want to sit on it.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you just put the pad up on Rema's back, stand next to his shoulder, and then just kind of pop it up over his withers and slide it backwards. There, and that keeps the hair nice and flat underneath.
How far back should I slide?
Don't worry just yet, okay? We're just going to have him hold on to it while I show you how to set up your saddle.